And we are on YouTube, but we still have 1 minute to go. And the mayor is signing on, Mr. Chairman.
Great, thank you.
Hey, everybody.
Mr. Mayor, long time no see since Rotary this afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good to see y'all.
So since we have a quorum present, I will go ahead and call the meeting to order of the August 9th Traffic and Transportation Committee meeting. And
Yep.
I'd like to start with Councilmember Parker for an invocation.
Hey, good evening, guys. Just a moment of silence, please. All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving on, the July 18th, 2022 approval of the minutes. Is there a motion to accept or any changes?
Move for approval.
Is there a second? All right, it's been moved and properly seconded to approve the minutes of the July 18th meeting. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Next on the agenda is what we are here for, the public hearing on a request to lower the speed limit from 25 miles per hour to 20 miles per hour on Wayfarer Lane, which is a public street located within the Bayview Farms neighborhood on James Island within the city of Charleston.
And Mr. Chairman, we only had one person sign up to speak, and I don't know if that is our guest joining us by phone. Did you want to set a time limit?
A minute and a half sounds good.
All right, Tony Daniel. And if you're online, you can press *6. All right, that must not be him. We did receive 3 comments that were submitted online. They weren't related to the speed reduction request, but one citizen requested a meeting so the results of the traffic study from Fairway Drive and Burning Tree Road and Frampton Street could be compared for disparity in resolution and compliance with South Carolina laws. He said that opponents claimed the roads should stay closed because of a cut-through argument. The road closures were to be temporary, as stated by council. Traffic study confirmed the closures disproportionately affected 2 families of disabled veterans with congested traffic, safety concerns, and noise. One citizen on Sumter Street said he appreciated the timely work completed on marking the limited parking sign in front of his door. One citizen said local entrepreneurs could not be successful without proper guidance, fair warning, and transparent city processes, that the pedicab should proceed without delay. His company had made investments in a local opportunity zone, and council's avoidance to him represented a failure to follow through on its promise. And those were all the comments we received.
All right, thank you, Madam Clerk. Before we move to committee discussion, does staff have any presentation or any comments before we move into committee discussion regarding the public hearing?
Not really, sir. You know, per city ordinance, chapter 19-206, it requires for there to be a public hearing for any request for a speed reduction. We actually worked with residents on Wayfarer Lane, submitting a request for traffic calming, in which it did not meet that requirement. And you know, my staff, Mr. Mathis, James Wallace, and Thomas Tisdale, who's on this call, actually work with the residents out there. So if you have any questions regarding the request to reduce the speed limit or any additional information, staff will be able to answer.
All right. Well, since we've received the comments so far, it'll now come to the committee. And does the committee have any discussion or questions regarding the proposal to lower the speed limit on Wayfarer Lane? Councilmember Parker.
I'm so sorry, y'all. My call, it dropped me on Zoom. Miss Cook, would you mind reading those comments? There were just two, right?
There were three. They actually weren't related to the speed
Oh,
reduction. No.
okay.
They were comments related to traffic and transportation, but not specifically to the speed reduction request.
Wanted to make sure I didn't miss those. Okay. No, I'm good. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
No problem. All right. Is there any further discussion? Mayor Tecklenburg.
So I think I know the answer, but Robbie, just confirming, this is a city street and not a DOT street?
Yes, sir. City Street.
And tell me again, what was the issue with the speed hump request? There weren't,
The volume, the requirement for it to be 350 vehicles a day.
I see.
We actually placed counters in 3 locations on Wayfarer, and I believe we got up to maybe 215 vehicles.
Right.
And the average speed was around the 22 miles an hour. So that's the recommendation to lower the speed limit to 20 miles per hour. This is Bayview Farms neighborhood where the entrance off of Fort Johnson Road has been treated with speed humps. So the speed limit as you enter the neighborhood is 20 miles an hour. So, staff, again, they went out there and met with the residents. And we just feel it's best to stay consistent with the neighborhood to sign the rest of the streets at 20 miles an hour.
Right. When you say the average speed was like 22 miles an hour, did you have aberrations where people were speeding a bit faster?
Yeah, that's based on the total number of vehicles.
Yeah.
So I don't have the study in front of me. Fortunately, I've been home for the last few days, but it fluctuated from got some from 12, 13 miles an hour to maybe 25, 27 miles an hour. So there was a little gap in between the speeds.
Gotcha. All right.
All right. Is there any further discussion? All right. Is there a motion that the committee would like to take action upon? Would there be a motion to lower the speed limit to 20 miles an hour?
I think Councilmember Parker is trying to connect.
Okay.
I'll make the motion to reduce the speed limit to 20 miles an hour.
There you go.
All right. It has been moved to take action on this to lower the speed limit to 20 miles an hour. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All right. It's been moved and properly seconded to take action on this item from the public hearing to lower the speed limit from 25 to 20 on Wayfarer Lane. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Unanimous.
Councilmember Parker, I think, is trying to be recognized. She's been trying to connect by audio. You want to give us a hand signal or?
I think I was,
Oh, now we can hear you.
I was having computer problems.
That's good. All right. So the motion carries. Is there any further business to come before the Traffic and Transportation Committee for this meeting? All right. If not, we'll see everybody next Monday at 1 p.m. for a fairly rigorous agenda and look forward to seeing everybody then.
Great. Thank y'all.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.